Week 4 of the National Football League. And we've got CeeDee Lamb. He's coming off a nice performance, bringing in a pair of touchdowns. It's the Cowboys and the Lions, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. From the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards on the game's first play. A quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Prescott. And this one caught by Max Williams. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 39. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Their first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Prescott on first down. Finding Williams once more, complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Throwing on first down, Jennings. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now a play fake here on first down. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first down, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception, Jennings. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 51 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
This defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, You give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run here with Swift. A second juke. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jennings. Jennings lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. To throw is Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott now. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down. And
you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing. Prescott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's is no good. Off to the right, and the lead will hold at 10.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. To throw on 2nd down. Jennings. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards that time.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here's Swift.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions have got it back to within a score.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Prescott to throw it, and that is incomplete here. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Aiden Hutchinson
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They run, it's Oliver, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jennings. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They run it here with Oliver. He appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On 4th down, Jennings. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Looking to throw, Jennings. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
Ball start.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jennings. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Swift going to try up the middle. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jennings. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10.
So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On play action, Prescott.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Here's Tommy Townsend now,
as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On 3rd and 2, Jennings. Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
On second down, Swift.
A beautiful fake. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Oliver. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Off the play fake. Jennings. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Prescott. That's Gallup on the slant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Now that one came close to hitting the big scoreboard up there as the fair catch is made inside the 20-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Here's a carry for Oliver. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it's the visitors who are out in front in the second quarter. Terry McLaurin, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Big Derrick Henry with a couple of touchdown runs. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they are in a tight one, all tied with the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Oliver. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
St. Brown making the catch on the out route.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, Jennings. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Jennings. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Oliver. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
To throw on 3rd down, Jennings. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get. Keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught on the right side. Williams. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Off the play fake, Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. A handoff left, Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Off play action. Jennings. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Elliott. Oh, what a move. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Now Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Prescott now. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 35. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jennings going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now a give right side Swift. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off the play fake, Jennings. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. The Lions on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jennings. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Prescott on 1st down. Able to hit his target Lamb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Prescott's pass complete to number 6. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 44, Prescott, throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll throw again. Prescott finding Williams once more, complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That's good for a Cowboy.
1st down, Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Prescott. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Throwing, Prescott. And
this one goes incomplete. First misfire there after 6 straight completions, and it leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Prescott's pass intended for his wideout. Incomplete.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 79 yards on the ground here for Swift. He's got a first down as well. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. On 3rd down, Oliver. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. Here comes the Lions punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. It's Williams on the catch. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. It's complete to Williams. And he will have a Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Prescott from the gun. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And again, it's Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Lawson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. Prescott to throw it. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Throwing again on second down. Prescott. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Here's Prescott. And he comes back with one complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Prescott to throw on fourth.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off.
There he goes right side. 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Elliott on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And now here come the Cowboys.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, and that's Elliott, complete. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. To the air again, Prescott.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Lions, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.